to the Home and Garden Show. I'm your host, Wally Conway. We have a fantastic group of guests lined up for you today. We're going to talk about getting the very best mortgage, a renovation loan, a loan where you can purchase the home and have the renovation money there to go along with it. Then we'll be following that up with some custom home builders and some great ideas on how to choose a custom home builder, and wrap it up with our friends from GloDea talking about the fine furniture that you see right here in the studio. So stay with us. We're about to begin. When buying a home, the scary part is what you can't see. That's why the certified inspection experts at Home Pro Inspections use advanced thermal imaging cameras to see the invisible, like moisture in walls, hot electric wires, and missing insulation. And for your protection after the inspection, Home Pro Inspection includes a free 90-day warranty protection against system failures, sewer line failure, and the appearance of mold. That's peace of mind. Call Home Pro Inspections at 268-8211 or visit gohomepro.com. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show. I'm Wally Conway. Today is a beautiful day to be out looking for a home, and you know, one of the things that comes up when you're looking for a home is to be sure that you've got the money to buy it when you find it. And there's so many myths involving the mortgage business, the mortgage industry. I brought mortgage expert Walter Bianchi from Bright Vision Mortgage with us today to dispel some myths to make it easy for you to get a mortgage to purchase your dream home. Walter, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Wally. Good to be here.
Great to have you. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't first offer you a professional thank you for the wonderful job you've done for my company in hosting professional events at Gusto.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you for doing it there.
Great Italian food, wonderful location at the beach, so thank you.
My pleasure.
So there's so many myths about mortgages, and when people, they get researching things online, and sometimes those myths get etched in their brain, and it causes them trouble to get the money to buy the dream home.
It does.
What are the most common things that people fall victim to shopping online?
Well, a lot of people have misconceptions about their credit scores and what they mean, and what is the lowest score you can get and still get a mortgage. It's flexible. A lot of people think that there are these special first-time home buyer programs. There really aren't. There are low down payment programs, but you don't have to be a first-time buyer to get them. Other misconceptions about interest rates. People ask me all the time, what are your rates? Well, I don't have rates. You have a rate. Your specific purchase or refi, single family, condo, credit score, debt ratio, all these factors. There's 26 factors actually that go into determining your interest rate. So you have an interest rate. I have any rate you want. I have all the rates possible out there. I'm like a stockbroker. When you want to buy shares of IBM, you come to me, go to another guy. We all have the same rates. We all have the same closing costs. We are literally indistinguishable, and we are only distinguished by the professionalism and the knowledge and the service that we bring to our clients.
You know, Walter, sometimes it feels like that advertised rate is really more about marketing to attract that initial person to have the conversation. Yet, depending on your credit score, what you're purchasing, and many other factors, you said 26 factors, you may actually be eligible for a rate below the advertised rate, or you may be in a position that you're going to still get a home, but it'll just be a slightly higher rate.
Well, I don't know if I'll find any rates that are lower than the ones advertised. They typically advertise the best case scenario.
Gotcha.
The perfect client buying the perfect home can get 4.5, whatever the rate is. Are you the perfect client? I don't know. Until I study your situation, I really don't know, and I can't tell. And for me to represent to you that you can get a 4% rate or a 4.5% rate would be not totally honest.
So before I go out shopping for a home, it really is wise to shop for the money to be sure I can get there.
Ideally, you would do that first. And
what preparation should I make prior to meeting with you so I'm sure you have everything you need to get me the best rate that I'm eligible for?
Well, the typical set of documents involved, obviously, your most recent pay stubs, bank statements, so you have knowledge that you can actually close, you have enough cash. Just to line up your last 2 years' tax returns. If there's a divorce in your background, you want to get a divorce decree, so we can make sure that you don't have any alimony, child support payments, things of that sort, or if you do, what the extent of it is.
Do you have programs available that you can guide people through pre-existing homes as well as new homes?
Of course. Most of the builders around town, of course, have their inside lenders, and they like to make sure that you're pre-qualified with somebody that they know, and that's a reasonable enough thing to do. I do work with several builders around town, especially on loans where maybe their inside guy can't do it, in which case they're okay with them coming to me. So yeah, whether it's new construction or existing homes, condo, even refis, of course. A lot of people ask me, do you do refis? Yes, of course. It seems obvious to me, but it's not obvious to everybody.
Right. So what's important to know is that you've got a solution for virtually every need as it relates to money mortgages and to get the person in the new home or make their existing home more affordable and more appropriate.
And even if we can't get it done right now, I'm working with clients, for example, right now we're closing somebody next week that I've been working with them literally for 2 years. They had credit problems, they had to get past the time window on a foreclosure, so we worked with them rebuilding their credit, and they're finally in a place where they're going to be able to do it, and we're closing them next week. So even if we can't work with you immediately, I'm able to advise you on the steps needed to take, along with some partners like credit restoration partners that I work with. How do you position yourself so that in 6 months or a year or so you'll be ready to purchase?
Great. So what's the best way to get a hold of you to learn more about what you can do and how Bright Vision Mortgage can help?
Well, my website is obviously brightvisionmortgage.com, but I have my own specific website, which is waltbianchi.com. And my number is 904-894-6037. Delighted to take your calls and answer your questions. And it's a complex field, and there are these oversimplifications lead people to think that it is impossible to confront, but it's not. It's standard stuff. People in my line of work, we do this every day. I'm aware that you don't, and so we try to simplify it. But sometimes there are bumps in the road, and sometimes there are complexities, and my job is to smooth them out and make sure you understand what's going on.
Well, thank you so much. I'd like to thank Walter Bianchi for being with us from Bright Vision Mortgage. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Enjoy doing Home and Garden TV with you, but you can't take Home and Garden TV in the car, in the boat, or out jogging. Thankfully, we have Home and Garden Radio. Home and Garden Radio shows heard every single Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. on News 104.5 WOKV. Hope you'll join us then. And again, it's News 104.5 WOKV Saturdays, 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. See you then. Welcome back. There are times when you find a home that's in the perfect neighborhood. It's got many features that you just love. However, there's other features that are missing or damaged that just don't make it quite right. And you want to purchase the home. And wouldn't it be great if you could purchase that home with one loan, where the purchase and the renovation was all rolled into one loan? Well, thankfully, there are multiple programs now you can do that, both the HUD 203K and renovation loans. But the key to success is twofold. One, having a great lender that understands the program, and as or more importantly, having a great contractor who's experienced in the nuances of the program. One of the most experienced in the greater Jacksonville area is Brian Wilson from Coors Contracting, who joins us today. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Wally. Thanks for having me.
Well, you and I have had the pleasure of consulting and working together on some of these renovation loans, and I got to say, you are as crisp and professional as anyone I've ever dealt with. I really flatter you for that.
I appreciate that.
A lot of folks, when they're involved in a renovation loan, it could be their real estate agent introduced them to the idea, they met a lender, and it comes time to choose a contractor. Why is it so important to that home buyer that the contractor that's chosen specifically has experience in home renovation type loans?
Yeah, the renovation loan world is just a different process. It's a different animal. It's a different beast when it comes to being a contractor. There's a few different steps that you have to take in working with the lender. So you're working hand in hand with the lender and the buyer. So you're juggling a couple of different things there. So it is critical for that contractor who the buyer is working with to understand that process and know what to expect.
I have not had a negative experience with you, but I've had many negative experiences in that renovation consultant role where the contractor was unfamiliar with the documentation. Right. And the programs are very, very specific in how the documentations are done, how the bids are done, how the follow-up's done, how the verifications are done. And when the contractor doesn't understand that, it's misery for the contractor, and that spills all over the customer. Tell me how the renovation contractor, through the renovation programs, interacts with the consultant to ensure that the buyer and the lender are comfortable so that you can do great work.
The other part of that process and the system with the renovation loans is that there is a consultant like yourself involved that really acts as a third party to the contractor and the buyer, and one is there to help the homeowner and verify that the work that we do is complete and completed, to satisfaction.
In accordance with the specifications, yes.
Sure. So they're there to help the buyer and the owner in that regard, and they're also there for the contractor to help the buyer or owner understand things that we may be telling them and they might be looking for.
You shared something, Brian. You used a word that comes up in renovation a lot, and you said to the buyer satisfaction, and that's critical.
Sure.
But from the consultant's perspective, it needs to be to the specification. Right. So it's so critical that as that renovation is being prepared, that the lender and the buyer and the consultant and the contractor are using the same words and have the same expectation, so the specification results in the satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you built something perfect to the specification, yet there wasn't a conversation where the customer understood it, it's perfect to the specification, not to the satisfaction. So that dialogue's really, really important.
Yeah.
I am a giant fan of yours, a giant fan of the entire purchase renovation loan program. For people that would like to get to know you a little more or understand more, what's the best way to get a hold of you, Brian?
Yeah, coursecontracting.com, or you can reach us by phone at 904-612-4544.
I'd like to thank you for being with us, Brian. Brian knows his stuff. I've watched his work. He's an enjoyable guy to be around. I'm glad that you're around, and we'll be right back.
Massage Envy revolutionizes your massage. Introducing See Me Boost, 6 highly concentrated serums with active ingredients that deliver skin-enhancing benefits for your entire body. Combine them with our new specially formulated massage lotions to offer skin-enhancing benefits to your massage experience. Discover your See Me Boost today, an innovative boost to your total body care routine, only at Massage Envy.
Hi, I'm Wally Conway, host of your NEFPA Home and Garden TV show. I've got a special guest here with me today who's offering up a very special challenge to our fellow NEFPA members. Let me pass it over to Chris Shee from Mastercraft Builders Group. Chris?
Well, to my brethren and sisters in the building industry, I would like to challenge you to the same challenge that we gave ourselves. When we closed our first home about 8 years ago, we decided that at every single closing, we were going to give $100 directly to Builders Care. Came off the closing statement, never saw it, didn't come through us, really doesn't even hurt. And we close 80 homes this year. That's $8,000, which is, Builders Care is about a $100,000 budget. So my little company is giving 8% of their budget. If we had 10% of the building permits in Northeast Florida, that would be about 1,000 permits. And if we had 1,000 closings that paid $100 a closing, we cover Builders Care budget. And they do such great work. That's our obligation as builders. And hopefully you all are hearing me and you take on the challenge as well.
You've heard it right there from Chris. The challenge is on, $100 per home to Builders Care. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your consideration. It's not the fire in the fireplace that damages your chimney, it's the moisture. That's why the Chimney Safety Institute of America recommends an annual cleaning and inspection of your fireplace, regardless of how often you use it. The chimney technicians at Chimney Champions clean your chimney, then use the ChimScan video system to do a complete inspection of your system to ensure your home is safe. You can trust Chimney Champions to clean and inspect your chimney. Call 268-7200 or visit chimneychampions.com. Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show. You know, sometimes you look at a house and you look at another house and you might have looked at 50 or 100 houses and you say to yourself, that's not what I want. What I want is in my brain, and all I need to do is to explain it to someone who can build it for me, and I will have the custom home of my dream. Thankfully, we have a custom home builder with us today from Starr Custom Homes, Shawn Starr. Shawn, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, what is the core difference to me, the home buyer, from a custom home as opposed to choosing a model? What makes that experience so wonderful and special once I'm in?
That's a great question. And the exact answer is that we are designing that home from scratch for you. We put together a design program that lists all the goals that we have for the house, and we design to that program. So you're not having to choose from a set of preconceived plans that maybe can be slightly altered, but you're kind of stuck with as is. We're designing from scratch exactly what you want.
You know, for a lot of people, they tell me, I can feel what I want, I can't describe what I want, I haven't seen what I want. How do you help that person extract that vision that they can't yet explain?
Going back to the design program, it's a pretty comprehensive interview where we sit down for a good 2 or 3 hours and have that conversation with the client to extract that information, because you're right, very often they can't articulate what they want, and so we kind of know how to dig in, and it goes far beyond just how many bedrooms, how many baths. We talk about their lifestyle, how they want the home to operate for them. How do they operate in the kitchen? How do they operate in their master bath? What are their routines? What are their hobbies? How can the house facilitate that for them?
Yeah, what do you want it to feel like when you're in your home?
Exactly. And we use House, the website House, as a tool. It's like Pinterest for houses. There's just, I think, millions at this point of pictures on there. So we have the client create idea books for us so that they can save pictures and then do a show and tell with us.
Swipe right for houses too?
Exactly.
My goodness.
And that really helps us get a visual on the things that have been attractive to them, and it's a lot easier for them to show us what they like than trying to explain it in words. And that saves them from trying to save 5,000 magazine clippings.
Right.
So that's been a great tool for us.
Better for you and better for that home buyer
exactly.
also. So I've had people share with me that they would love to have a custom home, but they don't know any architects. Mm-hmm. How do you bridge that? I want a custom home and I don't know any architects.
And that is completely fine too. We're a design build firm, so we handle the design process and the build process. And we project manage that from start to finish. So a client comes to us, we put together the design program, and then we go hire the architect for them. We also hire the interior designer for them. So we project manage that whole process from start to finish. And that keeps it's a holistic approach that, number one, keeps their vision on point, right. And number two, and more importantly, I think, keeps their budget on point. Because with everybody, if the client hires all those people individually, it's very easy for them to each operate in a silo. The builder, the architect, the interior designer. And very often that can cause things to get a little out of whack because there's no single leader taking care of that project.
Which is the advantage of the design build firm.
Correct. So we're project managing that whole process for the client.
You mentioned budget. When people think custom home, they think this is going to be a bit more expensive. I think that's reasonable. What's an honest price point to begin to think about a truly custom home?
Sure. We tell clients that if they have $500,000 to spend on just the house, then they're in the custom home bandwidth. The sweet spot is probably in the 800 to 1.2, 1.3 million for us,
right.
As far as home projects go. We've built a couple of houses for under $500,000, so it's not impossible. But generally speaking, they need to have $500,000 to consider a custom home.
I understand. Well, it feels like you're a fascinating guy to work with. I have some thoughts in my mind. I'd like to know more. For others who would like to learn more about you, Shawn, and Starr Custom Homes, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, they can call us at 612-6946 or visit our website at starrcustom.com.
So if you've got a custom home dream, Shawn might be a reasonable guy to have that conversation and make that dream a reality. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Big event or party at your home or business? The Jacksonville Party Company. Stress-free, flawless, and memorable. Whether it's for children, a retirement, a wedding, or other social or professional activity, it's stress-free, flawless, and memorable when you involve the Jacksonville Party Company. Contact them today to get your event launched at jacksonvillepartycompany.com. When buying a home, the scary part is what you can't see. That's why the certified inspection experts at Home Pro Inspections use advanced thermal imaging cameras to see the invisible, like moisture in walls, hot electric wires, and missing insulation. And for your protection after the inspection, Home Pro Inspection includes a free 90-day warranty protection against system failures, sewer line failure, and the appearance of mold. That's peace of mind. Call Home Pro Inspections at 268-8211 or visit gohomepro.com. Welcome back to the show. So imagine this. You've found the perfect new home or the perfect pre-existing home. You move in and you've got some empty space. What do you typically fill that with? Furniture. Where do you typically get furniture? No place good more often than not. Wouldn't it be a delight if you could find furniture truly made of wood, truly made in Jacksonville, that was affordable, affordable, affordable? That would be the holy grail to furnish your home. Thankfully, there is such an opportunity here in Jacksonville from my friends at GloDea. Dan, Ignacio, welcome to the show. I am so curious, Dan Miller from GloDea, what causes an entrepreneur and a visionary to suddenly get this brainstorm to have a furniture fabrication facility in Jacksonville, Florida?
Well, actually, it started with Ignacio Santos. Ignacio moved here about 10 years ago, and that's when GloDea started. And he started making this furniture. He's a world-renowned designer. And he started making this furniture in a friend's garage and started making some chairs and things like that, started selling them, and then one thing led to another, and pretty soon it evolved into a GloDea corporation. And furniture is one piece of the corporation. Now, the furniture is made here in Jacksonville, as you said earlier. It's made from wood that's harvested in Alabama, so it's all USA, if you will, and brought into our factory. We take that wood, we convert it in our automated equipment into different pieces of furniture, like benches, chairs, sideboards, tables, like this out here, and convert it into furniture. We ship actually all over the world, but mostly in the US, Canada, and Europe is where we ship today.
What I find intriguing, Ignacio, about your brain, you've been able to create things that are beautiful, they're durable, they're affordable, and it's all local. What is the secret sauce that has enabled you to do that right here for us in Jacksonville?
Yeah, the first challenge when you create a product, it's compete with overseas business. Now, overseas business, they have very low labor cost. And then when you create the product, we figured out to create something we can replicate faster and combine with our whole materials to create with the semi-whole material. We have 5 whole materials. We have 13 products with the semi-whole material. And then today, all this process we create from design, process, and manufacture. We have 4,000 furnitures delivery every year with 2 employees.
4,000 pieces of furniture, like these beautiful pieces and others similar, all created from your brain and built by 2 people. So a piece of the design, and it's okay to have my feet on the furniture.
Oh, yeah, you can put a car on top. We have a picture. We have a picture with a car on top of the furniture to show how strong it is.
So the secret sauce in the design was it was built to be beautiful and durable and efficient in its production.
Correct.
Minimal waste of time, waste of material.
Yeah, it's 3% waste material. It's impossible. The standard furniture industry is 20%.
So I could buy a table with VOCs in it and particle board and God knows what that comes all the way from China. What advantage is it to me, the buyer of nice, beautiful furniture, to drive over to GloDea and put this baby in my car and take it home? What is the savings I can experience because I'm here local and I know you, rather than someone who shopped online from around the world getting your stuff?
Any customer around the world, USA, if they buy our product, after 1 year, they can replace their product for 50% off. And Jacksonville, anyone can walk to our warehouse, they can buy for 50% at the first time.
Wow. I like that.
It's a deal. It's a great deal for the local community.
It's all local. That's as green as you can be. Go there and meet the folks that designed it, folks that built it. For people that would like to learn more, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of us is GloDea.com. That's our website. It's got all the furniture on there, and you can see the different samples. We have 24 colors, decor colors, so we can match about any decor you have.
I am grateful to have you guys with us. You know, I enjoy you both and what you've done, what you've created business-wise here in town, the beautiful furniture you're doing from people's homes. I'm just really grateful that you're sharing it with us in the studio. I'm also grateful to have something in the studio I could put my feet on and not be worried about I did damage to it or it tipped over. That's a beautiful thing.
Not unless you weigh what a car does. That won't hurt you. Yeah.
I'd like to thank the folks from GloDea for being here with us. It truly is worthy of the visit to GloDea.com. Pick it out and then make the arrangement to pick it up and get it at half price. We'll be right back. Enjoy doing Home and Garden TV with you, but you know, you can't take Home and Garden TV in the car, in the boat, or out jogging. Thankfully, we have Home and Garden Radio. Home and Garden Radio shows heard every single Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. on News 104.5 WOKV. Hope you'll join us then. And again, it's News 104.5 WOKV Saturdays, 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. See you then. Thank you so much for spending the time with me this morning on the Home and Garden Show. Always grateful that you're with us. And again, I want to thank our friends at GloDea for the beautiful tables right here on the set. Have a beautiful day.